Welcome everybody. I am Rupali representing Vedabi Global Services, specialist in providing support and services in BI and EPM space. We are specialists in pre-sale supports, health checkup and optimization, installation and configuration, upgrade migration, support and maintenance, and end-to-end implementation. So my webinar agenda is for OBIEE 11.1.7.1 migration. So the points comes under preparing new server, security migration, RPD and web catalog migration, RPD setting, after migration, environment testing. And the second, that is in place upgradation from OBIEE 11.1.16 to OBIEE 11.1.17. So the points comes under installation of OBIEE 11.1.7 on existing installation, run patch set assistance to update RGO schemas for OBIEE 117, and run the configuration assistance to update the BI domain. And now I'm going to presenting the OBIEE 11.1.71 migration. So the first slide is for preparing the new server. So we need to prepare the new server as the previous one. So first of all, installation of Oracle 11g databases or the previous environment, and creation of schemas, Dev MDS and Dev BI platform as the previous server, and the installation and configuration of OBIEE 11.1.17 with simple type, and then the apply patch of OBIEE 11.1.171 as the previous environment. So the previous environment is with OBIEE 11.1.71. So we need to make the patching of OBIEE 1171 on OBIEE 11.1.7, and then the import of schemas as the previous environment. So these are the things we need to make the new server for migration, and need to copy some artifacts from old server to new server. These artifacts are RPD, web catalogs, and security files. Then this slide shows for migration order. So Oracle recommends to make the migration like this. The first one is security migration, second one is RPG migration, and the third one is web catalogs migration. Then I mentioned the screen for the process of security migration. We need to export the security from old server to new server. So we have to log in with the WebLogic administration console, and just need to select the services under security realms, and just click on it, and we can see the migration tab in this screen like this. And then under the migration we have to see the export tab, and just need to click on this export tab, and we have to view the exported security folder location here, and we can export our security with this path, whatever the folder of our security folder that we have copied on the new server. Just we have to give the path of that folder here, and our security get exported. And then next, the importing security on new server. So we can import our exported security on a new server, as the procedure is same like the exporting security. Just we need to log in with the WebLogic administration console under services, the security realms, and under the migration tab we have to click on the import tab, and we can import our directory as security directory with giving this path here like this, and we can import it our exported security like this on a new server. Then this screen for the migration of RPD and web catalog. So we need to make the deployment of RPD and web catalogs on a new server. So we have already copied this RPD and web catalogs as their appropriate locations on a new server from previous one, and just we need to log in with Enterprise Manager console, and under Business Intelligence we have to select the core application as like this screen, and then under the deployment tab that I have mentioned in the screen like this, and just click on the repository tab, and we have to upload BI server repository, and we just have to update this repository in this location, and need to give the repository password and confirm password here. And then in a BI presentation catalog we have to just give the part of that BI presentation catalog in a catalog location, and we can make the deployment of RPD and web catalogs like this, and just after this deployment we need to restart our BI services, and we can migrate to our RPD and web catalog like this procedure. And on the next slide we can see I have just mentioned the screen for to create SBS app and database creation on new server. So I have to prepare my new server like the old one, so need to create the applications BI sample and databases sample GL and BI sample, and the second database the sample like this, and we just have to create it on a new server for our sample app deployment, and we can make here like this, and like the previous environment. Then some variable settings in RPD files is mandatory to make the settings of variables after the RPD migration, because these settings are useful to set the host name and database port and OBIEE home and database SID, database username, and WebLogic server host. So with the help of the setting we can set here the names of our server, and which will helpful to make the connections in RPD of our new server. Then need to open this RPD in online mode, so these changes directly reflected is on our BI server. So these are the different settings, variable settings of our RPD as I have mentioned in the screen like this. And next screen that is for the RPD connection pool settings for databases. So in RPD there are 3 labels, and in a physical layers need to set connection pools, so it will reflects the changes on a BI server. So need to give them as the server name and as the server port. So I have just mentioned the IP address of my server and given the asbest server port as the asbest agent access on this port 9799 in OBIEE. So and then next, that is need to give the username and password here. So I have given the name on the screen like the administrator, instructor, user, and set the password. So it's necessary to make these changes in the RPD physical layer. So it will make the changes on BI server. So need to make these changes in an online mode of RPD. So I have set the connection pools in the RPD to make the connections. Then after migration needs to make or needs to check some test cases like our RPD deployment worked properly or not. So we can check the subject area in BI analytics, or by logging with the BI analytics we can check the subject area. So here I have checked like this the subject area like the previous one. So this is a very important test case in case of migration of RPD. And then we have to check the security and migration of security like the previous server. So we can check it with WebLogic admin console and under the security realms. So we can check the users over here and like the previous server. So we can check the migrated users in a security realms of WebLogic admin console. The next one, that is we need to check the migrated catalogs and catalog rules in a BI analytics. So here we need to log in with the BI analytics and we can check our migrated catalogs and shared folders and my folders under the root directory, and we can check these folders over here like the previous server. So we have to make this migrated catalogs and catalog root directories in BI analytics. This is also very important test case. After migration we can say. And next, that is we have to check our analysis reports as we get its result successfully or not. So I have just checked sample sales reports in the result tab. I can check it successfully in BI analytics, and then need to check our reports with stacked horizontal or with the help of a graphical format. So I have mentioned it for the asbest a sample asbest, and check it for the revenue report. And then now I'm going to start and presenting the overview of N+ upgradation from OBIEE 11.1.16 to OBIEE 11.1.17. So this slide is for mentioned outline of N+ upgrade is as follows. So need to install the OBIEE 11.1.17 with software only installation on existing installation of 116. I need to run the Passage Assistance to update the also schemas for 117 OBIEE, and they need to run the Configuration Assistance to update the BI domain. So before this upgradation, we need to notify that before starting the OBIEE 1.7 upgradation, it is necessary to take the full backup of OBIEE applications. And then in place upgradation using the GUI, which is step by step I'm going to explaining. So before to start this upgradation, need to shut down the BI stack, that is WebLogic Administration Server Service, Manage Server, Node Manager, and OPMM, Oracle Process Manager and Notification Service. And they need to run the OBIEE 117 installer and need to select software only installation. So on my existing 116 environment, I will just run the setup for OBIEE 117 with software only install mode. Just hit the next, and here need to specify the pre-populated OBIEE installation screen that give the middleware home existing location over here, and then need to select the home directory as application server must already install with it. Then just on the next screen, we can see the screen until installation is begins, and in this screen we can check the components to upgrade for. That means the screen automatically comes for the upgradation of Oracle Audit Services, Oracle Business, BI Platform schemas, and metadata schemas. That means it upgraded the previous 116 schemas with it, and the Oracle metadata services and Oracle platform security services. Just need to hit next, and before running this batch set assistance, you should make sure that we have to got the valid database backup of the BS tick or not, and given tick to confirm you have taken the backup for it, and enter the details of the database where your existing tables are resides. We just have to mention the database's details here. That means the type, connection string, that need to give the our server name, and the port of the database and the service of the database, and then the DBA users as a sys having the role as a sysdba, and need to give the password over here, and schema's password here. So just then next, that is click on the next button, and completion screen we can see as I have added the screen like this, and we can see the summary schemas of the upgraded schema summary. So here we have to just hit here we can see Oracle metadata services, Oracle business intelligence summary screen, and just hit the upgrade button for it, and we can upgrade our BI platform and the MD schemas with it. And then need to, after that, need to start node manager service as per mentioned in the screen, and need to start the WebLogic administration service as an admin service with the start weblogic command, and we just have to double click on this service, which is under the BI foundation domain and main directory, and they need to start the configuration assistance screen, which is under the Oracle BI one and bin folder. So we can start, or we can double click on it, the config.bat, and then we can start this the update to BI domain with this utility of console. Then note on the Windows, if we are using the loopback adapter, then we need to make sure that the host name that you specify is the one you have in your host file resolved for loopback adapter or not. So we have to notify that if you are using the loopback adapter. and just here the screens come for welcome screen for the OBIEE 117. Just hit the next, and the next screen is for to check the prerequisite, that means for operating system progress and physical memory is sufficient for our configuration or not. So it check the prerequisite, then just hit the next button, and here the different options comes: create new BI domain, scale out the BI system, extend the BI system, and update the BI domain. So here what we have to do, we don't have to create a new domain, and we don't need to scale out the BI systems from existing, and don't have to extend our BI domain. We just have to update our existing BI domain with our new environment of 117. So here we just have to give the details for this, that means the host name, the port number, and username and the password. So all details need to give here, and then just need to click on next, and there now we can see the update BI domain details in the screen. That means the middleware home, then the Oracle home, and the WebLogic server home, then the domain home, and then the instance home and the instance name in the screen. And just need to hit the next button, and we can check the configure only update BI domain and installation details as the directory details, that is middleware home, BI Oracle home, WebLogic server home details, and BI domain home, BI domain name, instance name, and instance home. And then configure components, and we need to save this response file for our reference as the directory of the various homes like middleware home, and just need to save this file in our directory path, and then see it in the configure, and we can check the configuration progress in the configuration screen. For we can see here for different, and we can check the status in the screen like this, and then just hit so configuration assistant will restart admin server and the managed server and OPMM components, and then we need to flush your browser cache. The configuration assistance will start the administration server, managed server, and OPM components automatically with respect to our new environment for OBIEE 117. Then we can check our in-place upgradation by logging with the BI analytics, and we can check it with the help of about OBIEE. And we can I have just mentioned this screen to check the version from previous to new in-place upgradation from 116 to OBIEE 117. So okay, and thanks for participating in webinar. We will look forward to see you again in the upcoming webinars for Vedabi Global Services, and please contact us for any query related to BI, and attempts please to email and mobile number available on the contact us site. Have a great time. Thank you.